both of these players have been tested on the way here. Pitchford has dropped a couple of games against Ethan Walsh on the way here. Brilliant performance from young Ethan. Junior player, so like Mari, providing a young challenge to the top players. Great rally to start with. And also Paul was game to get through against Luke Saville. So I don't think this is going to be an easy match for either ranking. That's beautiful, Don.
Boys and girls have been amazing here as well. They come running in player, so we can keep the play more continuous. No delays as they... But again, that needs to be well coordinated. Keeping level. And there's that famous Harimoto, I think. It was one of the top players.
Yeah, fantastic when it worked. Once when you've completely gone the wrong way. So, both players happy to open up with their backhand out. So Liam happy to stand on the backhand mainly. Forehand from the crossover as well. But Liam's so quick, so explosive. It's very because he's so quick and his recovery is so fast.
The other factor that I think comes into play from us when you are the #2 player in a contest, when you are not expected to win, but you know at the back of your mind you're in there with a good chance. Especially in Pitchford, he's very experienced now at that. He's been at the top for a significant period of time, copes with the pressure incredibly well. But nevertheless,
yeah, and Paul's so accomplished. I mean, Liam's got, between mixed and men's doubles as well, Drinkhall has 22. Other than Desmond Douglas, he's the highest ever title winner at the National Championships.
You have to say,
yeah.
Alan Cook, Dennis Neal and Paul, with Desmond Douglas way out there with 11 victories. So Paul will be looking to pull away from the Alan Cooks and the...
Yep,
and he'll be looking to join that exclusive club.
That's right.
So
if he wants that that kind of lifetime achievement award, Liam really needs to win this one, because otherwise Paul will be 2 ahead of him in the future.
So there we go, 3 game points.
Well, Paul's not necessarily played all the big shots, but he's played very tight without making mistakes, and that's given him game point. Oh, what a backhand from Paul. He nearly got out of trouble there. Tom Jarvis's parents and family. Tom went out in the semi-final to Paul, 4 games to 1. Jarvis actually won the first game, but Paul did a great job, Don, of turning young Tom Jarvis around, the young pretender. Tom Jarvis seeded 4 for the championship, meeting his seeding position, couldn't quite beat Paul. And first game, Paul Drinkhall. Well, what you said, Don, has pretty much come to pass. You know, he had a chance, and in the...
Knows he can't take it easier, he can't drop away from the table and topspin and play soft balls, and he's certainly totally focused here, as you would expect. It's the national championship, it's the men's singles final.
Yeah. Well, Paul's defending his lifetime record here. He wants to keep singles championship wins, and that'll give Liam a mountain to climb to overtake that record. But that backhand early, Liam's the one that's backhand across court.
And the interesting thing is, Paul's playing it so well off the bounce, close to the table. Well, I said that before the semi-final, that I mean, I've watched Paul for since he won the Spanish Open 2014, and he's capable of amazing table tennis. But I do think at 30 years of age, he's playing as well as I've seen him play. He's looking highly motivated, and of course that's the benefit of having good players, world-class players around you. They're pushing you all the time.
Great rally, beautiful.
And you mentioned the Tom Jarvis match. Well, Tom Jarvis is a great player.
Yeah.
And to have him pushing the
lovely short return from Paul. And the heavy, slow topspin. The forehand topspin from going across the diagonal, and just slow it down and go down the line when they're leaning the wrong way. Winston's such a warrior with great touch and power. Oh!
What a response there.
Nice short serve from Paul, but Liam's in again. This the final of the Senior National England Championships. First to 11 wins a game. First to win 4 games wins the match and the title. Joe Drinkhall there. Come on, Paul.
But Paul there with the backhand there, that backhand. And he comes again with the backhand. There it is. Just soaking up the speed and spin from Liam Pitchford. Big serves coming up for Paul Drinkhall.
Yeah. 2 on his serve would be nice.
And that was a lovely serve. It was lovely because they slightly hesitated.
Yep.
And again, same sort of service, Liam. This is the Drinkhall service. 9-5 now. Oh, it's a great response from Liam.
Good backhand down the line from Liam, and then forehand down the line. And that's what he tends to do when he gets the opponent away from the table.
And from his point of view, he needs 2. Oh, did that go under the net? I'm not sure. I think so.
If it had come back, then Paul would have been left laying on the floor. But Paul took the points.
3 game points, and he wins it at the first opportunity, taking these.
Will Liam relax?
There will be twists and turns to come. Sit back, relax, and enjoy it.
I'm not sure people will definitely very exciting stuff. At least we're not under the pressure that they are. Paul Drinkhall, 30 years old, playing as well as ever. 6 men's singles titles, 22 national titles overall. But Liam, the reigning champion. So 2 great fighters. Of course, when they play team event, Don, they're great friends. They train really, really well together, and they've had some fabulous.
In Kuala Lumpur, when they won a bronze medal, some amazing wins, beating Germany, Sweden, and very close against Japan in the semi-final when they lost. Last year,
another bronze.
They got a 5th place in the World Team Cup in Tokyo. So, you know, few could argue that we're not one of the top. And watch those games. That Sam Walker played a very strong role as well.
Well, yeah, they have done it on their own, haven't they?
No, and it won a crucial game against Japan in the semi-final that gave us a lifeline, and we almost took that lifeline and got through.
Sam took the first game actually against Liam, 11-4. Just goes to show the class that we have and that he has. But over, certainly beaten Pitchford before, but not today. And Sam Walker still looking for his first national men's title. Meantime, these guys have been dominating, and you can see why. Oh, Tintin and Kelly Sibley there watching. Multi-women's champion Kelly, and again the winner of the women's this year, Tintin Ho, after Maria Sapsinos won it last year. So the women's just completed, and they're enjoying watching the men's final. The last of our matches today, this one. Short serve, short return again. That time the long push worked for Liam.
So he played that backhand.
Yeah, he played the right shot, and he played it pretty well. Oh, Liam just opened up.
Good flick. 7-all. Deep in, see if he can do it at 7-all in this 3rd game.
Get over. 7, 8.
Short play. Liam's first in, but not with a big one, but followed up with a big one, certainly.
That short play was superb control by both players, and then Liam Pitchford unleashes that monster forehand topspin. Great play.
Paul doing well there.
Big point for Pitchford. He needs this one.
Yeah, his last serve before Paul's serve. Paul's in first, not with a big one, but enough.
With a topspin if he can.
Yep, short to the forehand, forehand across.
But the return was excellent.
Return was lovely.
Pitchford.
Yep.
Good touch. Kept
Ask the players. They're sometimes playing 3 balls a second between them.
So confirmation of the situation there. Piece. The next 5 minutes will tell that story.
Short play again, direction and speed of his service, changing the spin, Dom, but a lot of serve short to Liam's forehand.
than there actually is. And if the ball just pops up a fraction,
Yep.
of course, players can get in. I do agree, if you change the direction on deception of spin.
Well, I agree. And all they need is an extra ball height, don't they? You know, if the ball's just variations of direction and speed, if they're playing someone who's genuinely well, goes into what serve to do, a mixture of defence and attack in the thinking about the serve. So get his backhand topspin down the line. You see it again there, just popped up.
Bang, straight down the line.
Against
Wonderful.
you and me, that's not popped up, that's low. But if you pull Drinkhall, that one popped up.
Line as well as on the diagonal into
it's
the
a
body.
hallmark of the top 50 players in the world, isn't it? They can go just as effectively down the line. Paul keeping the pressure on. Again, short to Liam's forehand. Again, Liam goes short touch. Return to Paul's hand flick than the other forehand flicked on. Oh, and that was well done by Paul. Very brave.
Paul apologised there. I'm not sure why. Maybe he just didn't quite get the contact. He got a dodgy
Bit of a
contact.
thick contact, maybe?
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's where Liam gets the opponent away. Not necessarily the most powerful shot that he can do. But you can see here the second topspin. Make sure he gets that wide angle.
Paul's going to win very few points from that position when he's away from the table. He's backing off again. There, the ball just caught the top of the
Well, yeah, he's not going to win playing like that. If he can pick up 15-20% of the points where he's genuinely stuck back there, but like you say, Don, if he starts...
But I think Paul understands that very clearly, and he's doing everything he can to stay up, get in with that first topspin there. But nice, he's away. But even when he was away, then he tried to push back into the table.
I think Liam's slowing down the topspin where every time he thinks that Paul thinks it's going to come hard. And that is getting Paul. You can see him off balance there, and he's just struggling. And then it's a free shot for Liam, straight through the crossover. Great tactics from these two men.
So, it's
no.
Interesting one.
Liam said sorry. Was that an edge? Did it hit the top of the edge? Or, oh, that might be an edge.
Hard to say. I think he hit sideline, which could be crucial.
And was that TTR, table tennis replay, that they're using there to judge? They gave the point to Liam as an edge.
Serves. He needs at least one of these points because Liam will be serving at the end of the game.
Short to the forehand, short return across court. So there's the pattern across to Paul's forehand. Yes, pretty much. But Paul's in. 9-all one in. Sometimes it's best to refuse it.
There, just
yeah.
That was mid-table,
Yeah,
so I thought it was going long, but
yeah, maybe because he kept the service return really nice and tight. Went for the long one, missed it.
might just give us a long one to break it up. Yes, he was fairly long.
He's got Paul away on the backhand again.
Paul struggling.
He's keeping him there into the crossover and the backhand. When will it go to Paul's forehand? We won't know. Paul's on the floor. So, fourth game. Thinks he's got to do a few press-ups in between games.
So, momentum with Liam Pitchford. 2-0 down, 2-all. Again, the pattern is the service short, certainly a tight serve. And then getting in behind the serve, exactly what we saw.
And it popped up in the air.
That reverse action, we see the reverse action again and again. Liam's in behind the serve. And Paul, when he's away from the tip.
And there's the fast serve, and it works. Ace.
And it's worth giving that service, maybe even if it's only 1 in 10, because you want your opponent just wondering when is it coming. If they know it's not coming.
Picking up a few new tricks, and with some success.
Just caught the baseline, and he got in with a good topspin. The right tactic. Drinkhall with the serves. Drinkhall, 11-8, 11-7, and now we're into the second half, and it looks as though it's... Whoa!
Oh, backhand from Paul Drinkhall, like I've never seen him do. The first one was amazing. To do it twice, nothing that Liam could do about that, despite the fact that he had Liam away from the table. Look at the power in these backhands. One, and then the second one really surprised Liam. Beautiful play from Paul.
Serve drifted long, 3 big points. Heavy to stay in touch, needs 1 and preferably 2 from his point of view, but that was a good return of serve.
Paul's in, and that's a great shot for Paul. He's doing everything he can now, though, to attack his way out of trouble. And what a great backhand down the line. Again, forehand down the line. Good length on the lob from... Nice flip from Paul. He's in trouble here. Can he retrieve? Not quite.
It's almost like, what am I doing back here?
Especially as he was the one with the first strong attack.
Big 2 serves coming up.
A nice little from Paul, and then drew the mistake in the end. So smart play there from Liam. It's not all about the big shots.
The line, the good variation.
What a beautiful backhand from Paul Drinkhall.
Coach, he's done that, and here we go.
Oh, that sounded painful.
Something hurt there. Absolutely fine. And now Paul, 9-all with his 2 serves to come. Can he take the 2 points with a serve? Oh, the long push.
Oh, edge ball. 3-2 to Paul, and put him in with a game of the championships. And just the top of the net again, a couple of millimetres. So both players working to stay free mentally while they could be so tense. That's a beautiful flip from Paul. He didn't expect the return, and Liam takes it as a result. Paul really didn't expect that return to come back, Don.
There was one back.
Second game in the row. He's on the floor at the end of the game.
So the crowd enjoying it, applauding the players as they make their way back to the table. At the start of the 6th game, he led by 2 games to 0. Pitchford now leads by 3 games to 2. The difference has been marginal, 12-10. Doesn't cup tighter than that.
Lucky net there for Paul. Keeps him in there. But I think Paul has a good hit. Other than the other way around at getting into the crossover. And the other one I think that is happening is that while we're looking at some of the big shots.
Interesting, isn't it, to look for those marginal differences. Liam certainly played. It was almost as though when he went 2-0 down.
For it. And not recklessly, but just to get rid of get rid of any tension, because the tension will actually slow you down.
Like that, and it's only a 0.5% difference in performance, which is minimal, absolutely minimal. But at this level, that difference can be crucial.
Oh, Paul, that looked a tired shot.
Time. Long way to go in this final. It's been a wonderful final so far, and I'm sure we're in for a great climax. Certainly, Paul needs this point because, of course, he's got the Pitchford 2 serves to come after this one.
Drinkhall, not the easiest of things to do. 7-3 and serving, certainly a nicer place to be. Great return from Paul. 6 times champion to serve.
Flicked just up.
Liam just getting into the zone. Paul looks a little bit tired or spent. Not surprisingly, it's been a bit.
9-5. 2 serves to come from Liam Pitchford.
And that's the one. He's got him wide of the backhand again. Keeps him there. 5 match points. And there it is. Liam Pitchford, 6 times national champion, wins against